looking out that window because it's a beautiful setting. I just love it. There's tons of pine trees, and if those pine trees were removed, there'd be a there'd still be a foreground of pine trees. And even if they were removed, there's still pine trees. And see, if you remove all those pine trees, see, just not much would need to be removed here, just like 2 acres, and then you would begin to see the other mile-high mountain of San Jacinto Mountains. That's where I'm at. I'm mile high, and then there's another mile high mountain over there. It's 10,000 feet per peak. It's actually a global sensation. There's Palm Springs right on the other side. It is really absolutely beautiful territory. It's a decimated ruin site. It's a ruin site. It was a city-sized castle. There were many of those on this plain. They were very large. Yeah, it's hard to tell the natural geological sites that are formed by actual volcano and tectonic movements. That in fact, that thing's alive right there, and it says, "Well, in time, we're going to suck all of this up, and then we spit it out the other side." I think that's what. See, there's the Mariana Trench over there, and um, I'm pretty sure it's sucking down like it's going to take New York in or something, or it's just going. That's the subduction zone, as even in the realm that we're in here where we see matter, there's a flow that, in fact, it's looking like, say, okay, so clear on one side of the Earth, there's that subduction zone. And then on another side, see, there's the Pacific crest plate, and then there's the Atlantic, and they kind of meet there, and it is folding under and then spitting out. And what a fascinating thing to consider how Tesla said something about crystals, you see, that because now with all of this geological stuff that of the folding under of actual entire civilizations that get sucked into the Mariana Trench, and it's churning through it, and it's being like it's an O. It's the torus. You ever know about the torus? The torus, it's not just an O, see, but if you look at it head on, you'll just see an O. But there is a boundary, and then there's another boundary, and it's an oscillator, and it's taking in information and it's spitting it out. And Tesla said that the crystals are just living beings, full-on intelligences. He said it in a certain way that indicated that they are living beings. There's some exact way that he said it that indicates, oh, so these crystals can transmit information of entire civilized times, whatever it was. See, that's how we use those crystals as things that are essential in our communications devices. They are able to transmit that, which is the information of civilizations that are going. And the saying goes is there's nothing new under the sun, especially after the actual human civilization, where they were knowing for sure they were the extraterrestrial. See, the human accomplishment is extraterrestrial, and it is very scarce on this plane. You have reptilian that is borrowing human apertures. I see it. I live in a hive here. I live in a hive. And to realize what's happening here on this plane, babes, don't worry. I'm seeing the solution, or like because it's like going further into hell, but then there is a very simple solution and way to know how to stay safe away from that. You don't have to like become food for that fucking thing over there, basically. But we're in the middle of it. Me, if you can imagine being chosen this way it's like you have to be able to take on the same energy that is like 4 trillion times more intense than the sun's light. You're held here in Lucifer. Hi, Tesla. Where are you? Girl, I was strung up too. What, you? You? Yeah. You know, there's a lot of benevolent beings who are absolutely disgruntled about what's happening here with their property here. Like, and so, you know, they're actively like, can we transmit? How the fuck? Hello? Did that one see it? No, they're too concerned about the outside world. Like, they have a wedding, or they have to go to the wedding, or why did I pick wedding? I don't know. If you look at that word wedding, let's look at it. Let's have fun, babes. I got my chalkboard back up and running. Do you like it? In the word wedding, let's do the lesson for you. And this is what we do, kids, as human beings. We have fun here. There isn't anything left to do. Otherwise, it's motherfucking boring. I mean, it's boring on top of boring. Why don't you just have fun? Kids, kids, kids. We, we. Oh, I see we right away. Look. And I love that symbol. Do you see it? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see it. It looks washed from here. Let me put this on pause and change something. Oops, I'm thinking I could hit it on the screen there. Funny. Truthfully, I don't even know when we're going to be able to even make sense out of this word at any time, unless we just have fun with it. See, so this is a lesson for me to realize that there's the kind of just completely comedic world where we just go off into left field. I mean, there's the world over there. Why not? So, okay, so weddings. We It's kind of innocent, you know. You want to capitalize what you want to be seen. Is it two D's? I think it is. Ooh, see what I wanted to do. Sorry. And this is a sign of how much concentration I'm putting into the paragraphs that I'm writing. And babes, I know what I'm doing there. And some of you higher than the level of intelligence of people that can't use their imagination. See, this is where we're looking for. We're probably looking for shepherds, people who are able to be a looking glass for other people in case they don't understand a certain, like, something in of their perception, like if they don't if they're blocked. Okay, so anyway, we ding, babes, we ding. What do you think, kids? Why would you have weddings that say we ding? We ding. What does ding mean, kids? Ding. That's like a bell, like there are wedding bells. How about that? I didn't lie yet. Did I? Did I? No. I'm sitting here still. I'm not lying. Good God, people, come on. Have fun. Because you're just thinking of three things here, babes. Do you have your feet on the ground? Do you have land? Is water running through there? And can you cook the food that you have grown there? Three things. If you've lost sight of that, you've gone ding, cuckoo, ding, cuckoo, ding, cuckoo, ding. You have. You have. And I'm located in the San Jacinto Mountains. You might know me as the girl next door who drives me crazy because I am a demon. Not my fault. It's weird. I bet you anything I can stay here and shoo all of you people out of here just by being me. And you would call the cops or some fucking flying monkey goddamn organization that doesn't take care of shit. They're all crumbling and they know they're fucking fucked. Um, but just for playing the guitar and sitting on the side of the road and giving away apples and stuff, and writing stuff like this and being funny, you better watch out because there's other people that want to have fun and feel good and smile and say hello and acknowledge, God, we made it here in the wilderness, man. This is great. And keep the environment nice and even keep each other nice. Keep, sorry. It's tough living in a hive full of the reptilian occupation. See, it's an occupation that isn't found anywhere in physicality as much. No, no, it's found in coming through the human flesh. It's, I have okay, so I have worked with people and for people and got close enough to them where I started to notice the shape shifting thing. And I noticed it. It's like, wait a minute, I don't really have a deep, some of these people, I didn't have a very deep, intimate, like, connection, but I was working for them. All I did was I was watering their yards. At one point in my life, I worked for 10 years watering yards for $15 an hour. And I remember I counted, it's like, oh God, I'm watering 8 hours a day for about three days, very consistently, well, 3 or 4 times a week, right? So I was doing just fine, eating my popcorn and laying low, yeah, and being fortunate in other areas as far as the price of housing and stuff like that. Anyway, but no, I've had my share of throwing rent money down the toilet and shit like that, and dealing with crazy. Oh my God, I'm trying to tell you about the shapeshifters. That okay, this is very important, and I'm sorry if it cuts out here. I've been having a phenomenon of my communication saying higher vibrational frequency up, huh? Had something really valid to say, huh? Okay, well then make it hard for her. Anyway, what are you implying, Shauna? I'm not implying anything. I'm just making statements here. Let's look into the word implying together. It's interesting to go on these journeys. You know, I go on it with you, and because I have faith, babes. Implying. Well, first of all, I see the word I'm. You can go ahead and capitalize the I. I know it's contrary to what you say, but you have to make sure it's like, no, I see the word I'm. And if you see the word, you want to make it heard by bringing it up. So you just say I am. I'm spelling the word implying. Well, what about the word implies? This implies you haven't. This implies what? Well, I didn't imply anything. I just made a statement. See, but so implies. How about this? M Lies. All right, I'm lies. See, that's a warning to the sheep right there. Any average sheep chewing their cud out in the meadows, just taking their right to breathe and taking shit, would say, "Do I see this right?" It's like, yes, you have to be careful of that. Is it familiar? How does it feel? It doesn't feel right. Probably a gaslight. Just keep looking through the sun's light and breathe with me, honeys. You're okay. You're gonna be fine. Just make your statements as you must. And then see what gets triggered off over there. It's like, I don't know why all these faces are coming up, except for it's my natural born real live self that does that kind of thing. And it feels good too. And Uranus is going into Gemini, which causes the opportunity for the Libra planets to trine. It's a grand trine. That is the most positive thing that can, I mean, talk about a bunch of airheads all of a sudden making a bunch of sense, like, effortlessly, we are so righteous, and we are. No, what I mean, anybody with a grand trine. So the trine is an easy passage to magical wisdom. How did that happen? Pure luck. Pure luck. No, there isn't luck. Now, the air signs would say it's opportunity. I just took the opportunity. I'm not stupid. I felt it. I went humming, humming, humming. It's like a humming. You put your antenna up. You're an air sign. You put your antennas up. You're like, hold on, I'm getting a message from the air. And then, how do we deal with these people? Because they're kind of flighty that way. Sorry, my cat's trying to get out right now. And so this is just a channeling. I'm feeling interesting because I'm getting to see something more and more clearly. And then there's love flooding in from a cosmic ray that I hope that you can feel it from me today. If not, I don't care. Uh, but and don't take that personally. That's an Aquarius thing. I have an Aquarius moon at 14 degrees, which is involved in a grand trine in my chart. I have a grand trine in my chart of air anyway. And with the grand trine in the air that's going to be happening for us all, babes, it's a generational value that's going to start percolating. I hope that you guys can speak. You say something. This is generations we're talking about. Otherwise, I don't like the word degenerate either, but it's all part of your language. You have to just look at it. Okay, but what does it mean? You're gonna have to look at what it means too. Breathe with me, babies. Breathe, because it's kind of it's you're gonna have to hook it up with an experience. I mean, you're really gonna have to get down to like talking to your 4-year-old and say, "What do you think? What's the experience now?" Well, right now, see, you're looking at this box. A cat can look at it too. See, a cat looks at it, and you could put a movie of a mouse. And the mouse would go around, and the cat would look at it and try to attack it. It would be a problem. Your computer would fall. The mouse is imagining that there's the cat is imagining there's a mouse there. There is no mouse imagining anything. There isn't a mouse there at all. There isn't a mouse. See, this is one of the things I hope that you can get involved with me. And it's a Buddhist movement, by the way. It's a strange conversation. See, we start out by saying there isn't anybody on Facebook or social media. I hope you know that. It's just like your TV set over there. There wasn't anybody there at all. Not in the whole time you were sitting there going like this and going like this. And the kids were there going, "Can I go outside and play?" They're trying to kick off a ball and chain, which is the form of these people. I don't know what their pact was that they had to be hooked up to those parrots. But a lot of times it's that kind of karma. It's like, oh, you didn't do it right this time, so you had to redo yourself somehow. What the fuck is going on? So, but anyway, can you let them break free? It's none of your business who they are. I mean, you should go with it every once in a while. Say, who are you? But really just speak with them. Back to the movement that I want you to get involved with. It does involve communications. You have to back it up though. You have to have the experience. I'm telling you, and it's again, breathe with me. Don't hyperventilate at all. Just get into the language and find somebody like me. Find a master that is safe. You know, you say no. The sky is real. It's much more like real than what's going on in your mind because well, you can think anything and you'll never see it. See, contrary to what some people are saying, babes, that's not the ultimate truth. It's not the ultimate truth. Babes, if you're letting your mind master you, you're definitely a fake person. You're kind of jittery. There is moments of anxiety because you can't be alone because you don't know where you are, what you are, who you are. You need a reflection from another mind that they start playing a house of mirrors and making each other valid. But now, this is the thing you can, babes, think with me a little bit with your child that no, there isn't anybody on Facebook or anything like that. No. So what do you think it's here for, though? Let's further talk. I think it's all about communications, and we're supposed to be doing something. I jump ahead and I try to make you think. You know, I say, there's a singularity that's supposed to happen. They have hijacked this language, by the way. You'll hear it. When you hear it, come back here and like and subscribe and give me $5. Buy me a coffee. Um, Worse yet, send $25,000 and see what happens to me. See if I just absolutely just. Some people just die when they get a bunch of money. They're like, finally, they take off their mask and they go and do heroin and go to Las Vegas and get lost with all the horrors that they can think of. And believe me, I'm going in a very roundabout way. But once I make it, babe, like money isn't buying us anything. But for right now, it's kind of like a pass or a note from the teacher that said, I'm sorry, I missed reality and the truth just went out the door and here's my excuse. Signed by In God We Trust, which again, if you practice Buddhism, you can have a conversation perhaps as to what God might be. A lot of Buddhists will try to tell you, and they're probably masters saying this, God is a word. Now, do you know what to associate that word with? There's many words for this. We have all day, by the way. Do you want to do a word? Buddhism is a conversation. That's all it is. It's a conversation between two different very types of people, and it's so very important. It's one of the most important things that you'll see that how ahead of time that I am, because I'm an Aquarius moon, grand trine, north node. Sagittarius near Neptune, Grand Trine. I have a Grand Trine in fire too, so it's just like this is so boring. I had to make it interesting, just a little bit to, and like jumble it up and think, oh God, I'm not on a mission here. I'm seems like I'm in a trap of the mind, and I'm dealing with my own self now. Yeah, I'm not really and fully enlightened, and I'm not my grandmother's own granddaughter, and of course I'm not an 11. Sorry. This right here, it needs a little bit of rest, but it knows what's up. It certainly doesn't need a rest. Okay, those people over there that are arresting people for just saying something. Holy fucking shit, man! We gotta find out what the fuck is going on with those people. The poor fucking things. Most likely they need help. See, it's about resonation. And if they're in a human aperture, which is, it looks human, but the parasitical creature, which is the satanic reptilian vibrational frequency, babes, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's interesting. It's scary. It's just as good as coming face to face with the devil right there. You like your subject of narcissism? This is it. Yeah. Yeah, because those people are vacated of the true self, and then they're masked, and see deep down they're battling something, which is something that occupies them. It's the false self. Some of them will never get out of that. That's the malignant people. Yeah, there's malignant cases here, and the percentage is already figured by just psychologists that that organization innocently is trying to do something. But what's really needed is spiritual healers. Spiritual healers. The word psych or psychic or psyche. A lot of people think that means mind, and it actually means soul. So if you can figure psychology is actually dealing of matters of the soul. Now, if you don't believe me, look it up. See, that's what I kind of done. And I don't do much really. I'm not interested in any of this. I think that when I progressed into a Gemini rising, it was just 5 years ago. So you have progressions, and your rising sign changes and stuff, but you're still dealing from the foundations, like kind of like raying out from the original birth there, that's driving it, and kind of it's a trip. It's like a hub and then a spool going out, a wheel that is going to go through these possibilities, and some of us have a unique possibility here. Like what's a trip with me, you guys, is that I share a lot of degrees with Tesla. Tesla has a 369, by the way, if I remember. I have a 369. He talks about 369. He loves 369. I happen to love 369 too. Anyway, I can't count backwards from 100 to 0 using intervals of the threes. Not yet. I just haven't had any practice. To me, it's just a pattern you memorize. It's nothing mathematical. Yeah. Anyway, just kind of babbling because, well, I'm being kind of forced to fast, and there's a little bit of a divine reason, I'm sure. I am to quicken my ability to do what I need to do here, which is to communicate. That's all. One way to quicken your ability to communicate is to uh, make your stomach wake up a little bit. You know, get that puppy saying, uh, "Excuse me, are you going to give me some food?" But go beyond that, baby. See, people can't go beyond that. Start making it eat your reserves. Yeah, it's controversial, right? God, it sounds like you just want to fuck. I can imagine now, like 20 people watching this. They're gonna go right out and eat 2 pizzas, and it's like that's just the effect that this kind of thing has on people. They're like, hence, undisciplined motherfucking America, that fucking place. And I hear that right now there's an economic like halt because Trump administration is closing all the borders. And there's a major industry that relies on trade it is an industry in and of itself that the ocean remains sloshing away with men on it who are, well, they're going to Honduras to collect all the pineapples because they're going to be shipped to New Zealand so they can be chopped. And then they go to Alaska to put them in a little tiny dull fucking pineapple fucking thing and seal it up and then take it to America and sell it or even give it away to the homeless through an organization. If you can fucking figure out this weird fucking thing that's going on, it's not difficult. If you meditate, you can figure out anything. And I've been doing it. And what I'm looking into that you can't see is patterning that shows up. That's the only way you're going to solve. That's why Luke Skywalker solved some shit. He's like, you know what? I got to take all the synthetic shit off and I just need to meditate. And there's a certain patterning in it. And that was the only way to get into the Death Star, baby. And lo and behold, that's not the fucking obstacle. You have to get over the fact that your dad is cyborged and it was supposed to be that way because he's AI anyway and the hijacking is real and so is Israel. But what the fuck? See, I think that we should be just doing simple pleasures. Simple pleasures, babes. In your with your hands. There's going to be an economic collapse, and not only that, but they're going. See, the food is going to be cut off. You should be practicing fasting anyway. You should be practicing fasting anyway. Some people have already just been practicing being able to just not eat very much, not at all. They can eat. See, what happens is like you eat raw lentils or beans or something. You would be surprised how that, okay, so see, I'm talking about this more in people that are of excess weight. Their entire beings are growling with hunger. That's the kind of Buddha I am. You know, I make you see that desire and you're like, hell no. And it's like, well, of course, because I'm the kind of gatekeeper that's like, you made it, all right, or no way. And that's why I find that I have nobody around me. But see, that's the kind of ashram that I'm running here. You know, no way is like good. I'm looking for the right of way here. You know, the right ones that in 3 months to 6 months, you watch what happens with humanity, babes. It's going to change. Yeah. And the leaders are going to stick out and be obvious. The kids are going to go, why doesn't my family like that person over there? Well, because they're trained to hate God. The real thing, they're trained to hate anything that is healthier than them. That, how about this? That doesn't chase money as much. But they, they're getting by and they seem to have achieved something. I don't know, babes. Right now, we're looking at ancestral karma boiling up and getting back to this fucking subject matter of the reptilians. And it just seems like that, okay, so this place here, for some reason, it turned into a hive, just basically a base. Now, it could be that I'm looking at the world condensed and I'm just noticing, well, that's what's happening out in the world. It made it up here. See, the thing is they don't care where they are. Well, they don't understand it. They don't understand it at all. They don't know why human beings like the clean water they do, or just to sit next to a tree and to run to the forest and how they get so happy when or if it snows out in the forest to camp out and feel sustained by your own ability to, first of all, drop a lot of the mind away. Really, you're just dropping. You realize I am intact without going to Disneyland? I know that a lot of people see right now, you're like, oh my God, I got to go to Disneyland now 9 times. I got to go today. Because you think you're missing something. No, just go. Go then. Go. See, I'm talking to people, human beings, who are able to transcend things that are of absolutely no use. I mean, really, what I mean is that it's not essential to your life. What I mean is, you can survive perfectly well without it. In fact, what I mean is, you can probably survive better without it. You'll be so much more stronger, much more healthier if you don't live on Disneyland for like from day one. And then, see, I would imagine if you're a family who lives on Disneyland, you have that family has a problem of a black sheep there. It's either a scapegoat or a black sheep. Can it make an escape? Will it? Did it get damaged already? Is it fucked? Inquiring minds want to know. So who, you can hear me? Um, we are, I know you're going to love this. They've brainwashed you to think this is bad, but so if you don't like the sheep, there's your tea, by the way. Like that? If you don't like he, she, I wonder if people are seeing this for the first time. It's like, congratulations. Now, what is your perception doing? Who cares? This is for human beings. We're not gonna like say, we're not gonna call the police and say, look at this person. She's capitalizing anywhere, anytime, just to reveal the facts, the simple fact. Lizard, you lizard. Excuse me. Do you belong here in this universe? You don't like much about the universe. The universe, the natural laws. Let's get back to just the human possibility here. He, she. Now you like being called the sheep? Why not? See what sheep do, if you really look at it, sheep, all they know how to do, babes, is see. See, that's the real word in sheep. You like being sheep now? But I admit, if you don't, if you don't, what we're really talking about is an organization. Or Gan. That's a whole word right there. And then ization. Shun. Babes, you gotta help me out. I don't know what Isa. What is Isa? 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 I think so. It's as simple as that. That's a fucking Isa. And then Isa, I is on. I know T is the truth. I on. Shun. Like almost like motion. Just kidding. But I didn't lie yet. I swear to God, I didn't lie yet. I'm about to lie. After I press stop on this record, I'm falling backwards like a Nestea commercial on my bed, and then I'll be lying. See, human beings can be like this, and it's not like you're not like I dislike. If you dislike, you're not on the human team, because human beings have something called humor. Humor is almost, if you're listening, kids would agree, almost the same as saying human, but it's humor. Anyway, if you don't like the sheep, babes, try this one. V. V always has he in it. You notice that? I kind of like it. And I was like, that thing's solid. He is always there. And it's in there too. That's how strong, man is good for us. Look at the T. Truth is always there. Really, we're talking about the truth though, see, but he is there. Right? Right? Is there a he? Truth will tell you T is there. Oh, okay. So sorry, I'm kind of hungry right now, right? Give me a blueberry fucking shake with spinach mixed up in it and a squinch of a bunch of lemon. That's all I need. But right now I don't have access to that. It's the systematic starvation. It's like you can't do it though. We're just okay. But if you want to get out of spiritual prison, start doing things for people. Do things for people that you know for sure works for you because it feels good for you. Ooh, you reptilian people, that is a fucking challenge for you because you don't know it feels good. Your up is our down. Yeah. Again, like we think you don't even need any fucking oxygen. Yeah, and it's probably true. You're out there. You're like, trees, get rid of these. You seem to like carcinogenic poisons. You want everybody struggling like you do in a fucking human body. Yeah, because I notice that how miserable you are in a human body. No, I noticed how that chance of a human being there is miserable with you in there. Satan, I see you. So we are, if you like this movie, and you do like your movies, right? Because it kind of tells a story. You're like, what is this? I think it's all real. It is. REEL. So anyway, I didn't lie yet. And how do you like it? If you don't like, see, we have the hearts. This is your brand, by the way. You have a brand. You know what a brand is, right? It's that hot iron that they stick on your ass and they say, this is you. Why not just say, it is me, this is me? And I don't need that hot iron under my ass. Otherwise, I mean, even though it's ironic, see, this is what's ironic. The heart pumps blood that is full of iron. Now, that iron is metal. If you imagine, see, that's what's happening here, babes. The plasmatic field, this is an electrical magnetic thing, and your heart is the one that's interacting with it completely. Your mind receives through your bodily frequency of heart radiation. And it's like an acceptance of something. You have to accept, 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 accept. Now you're in your body, and now you're going to accept, accept it, right? It's just accept, accept, accept. Heart, accept that you're a heart. The heart, the hearts. Look, T, he, her. Yeah? No? Okay. Well, I thought it was a good idea. There are organs. The organization, it's already here. You have to just tune in on it. It's called waking up. It's like it's already here, but you just have to. It's called the language is already here. They talk about this. Uh, that's the theory of the reborn, but that's the man's side. He needs to be reborn. I'm here being teachers, I guess, and how much entertainment can we fucking provide? I mean, I'm doing everything but taking my clothes off right here and saying, "Open the fucking central bank, god damn it, over us. We are here. The here hearts. We are here." See, the trick about babes, if you're a man right now and you're like, God, this bitch is fucking totally blast. No, no, the R says reverse it and find out if it's safe. You're there. He is there. Okay? Okay? Now let me just really quick do some real math with you. Your English alphabet is trying to, well, it's the English race, which is the race, the ETs that they govern the air and the space. It's just you don't know that they've been enslaved by Satan, and now you think that they are the worst ones. It's like, no, we're actually pretty powerful, and they do hijack us. They have hijacked everybody, babes. Black, purple, blue, red, brown, white. All races here. They're all extraterrestrial, and we're supposed to meet up, but we're going to get back on track. Don't worry. Some of us are getting our downloads. We're like, oh, yeah, that's right. There is a creator. And they gave us the word. Yep, 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 yep. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's in the word. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. What the fuck are you doing, trying to blow in our minds? Why you seem to do this all of the time. It's gonna get better because I'm gonna make it really rhyme. There was a time, it was like before COVID-19 was announced. I was kind of bored with the population that I was interacting with. I was kind of more of an entrepreneur, and I was serving a population of people who needed what I was involved with. And at the time, it's just a very small part of my life. And but it's a big part for everybody. They liked what I had. So anyway, uh, so whenever we would end up at the round table and kind of just sitting and getting through the transaction or whatever, somebody would always have that techno music going, you know. You know who you are. Now, I would do this with my friends too, even if I would go visit them. I'm basically bored. Um, so they have the techno music going, and then I don't know if they noticed, but it would be like half the time, or most of the time, if I could, they would be having a conversation, but I managed to respond and say something, interact, by way of tuning into the rhythm in the background. It was always booch, 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 right? And I'll be like, well, yeah, I kind of get this. I kind of agree because, I like to tell you what's going on with me. And booch, and can you see? And then they'll be like, did you just like rhyme everything right now? And we understood and you're talking to us honestly? Yeah. And that's the way it's going to go because, I used to be bored with this show. So I got to go or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that though. And I thought that was peculiar, but then other things are people have other things going on. Anyway, so like sheer fucking monotony, mediocre shit. And I'm like, can you please just at least make it rhyme and get on your knees because I love it all the time. All right, so I was going to show you something about our language, and there's still some things I'm missing. Um, I think that's what you're missing too, is the fee part. Fee. Now I noticed that in the word free, there's the word fee, right? And so that's interesting. Do you think that there's a fee? Is there a free male or is there a female? Is she free? What do you mean by free? Good question, because a lot of people only think of money, especially with the fee. What the fuck does fee mean? Look it up, please, in the comment section down below. I want to know. Even if it's an FI, if they say, well, fee, they'll have it like in a parenthesis. Well, this is the way you would say it, fee. Fee, fi, fo, fum? I don't know. Get back to me with it. But whatever it is, she's fucking free. Male. See, this is the whole equation. This is what we see in reality is that there are two here. Two. There's two. Okay, so see, there's something here free, and then male is there. I don't know. There's the female. See, what I'm trying to tell you is that the male is inside of this thing here. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. I kind of hung up on that particular part. It's like, why fee? Because when you say male, it's kind of like um, there's certainly no fee. What am I getting at? What do you think it's pointing at? Like, why? Does he need a fee? I don't even think that's a valid thing. I think we should cross that out. Let's get back to she. That's the thing we always know. See, he is right in she. That's safe. That's safe without even being suggested to do the R rule thing. Interesting. She. And he, you want to make sure that this is lowercase so that men don't get fucking freaked out. There. You're there. Don't worry. But the proper way to look at life is like this. Why? Well, because both are there. I didn't lie yet. And if you try to tell a child that that's not the truth, then they're going to run away from you as soon as possible, man. Their bags are packed like a long time ago. They're imagining when, okay, I have to wait 10 more years. I'm only 8. God damn. Maybe I can get emancipated early. back to the word her. Her. There's he right there. Boom, fucking shows right up. So you should not feel so insecure when her and she shows up. I'm just trying to smooth men's egos out and say, babes, you're okay. You're not that inferior, right? To where you have to act all men. There's something going on with it, right? That babes, if you're in a live women, you know what I'm talking about. Have you ever handled one of these poor little guys? All of them. They all want to have something to do with you, and then it's like, well, how could you have anything to do with me when it feels like it just you are they are shaking. They are frightened of you right there. It's like, oh, I wanted to pet you, but and the more that you want to get close to them, you can see how their knees are separating at the joint there. The floor is like, okay, calm down, but you're there, you're okay. Huh? I'm here, you're there. It's not just me, me. Men. Next lesson, $25, please. $25 for the next 3 hours. No, see, I really wanted to finish this. There's something more. Um, he's there, she's there, she's there. That's whole. Whole means whole. Believe it or not, if you were to stick it in the ground, there you go, boom. But you want to put that holy sign there. Okay, that's all four hemispheres. You're doing good with the chart there. So anyway, woman. Yeah, it's like, what is the whoo? I don't know. Like, what do you think it is? I think it's a lot of fun. Whatever the fuck the whoo whoo. Yeah, I don't know. But then there we go. Man is there. See, that's all I wanted to say. God, calm the fuck down. Why do you think you're so separate? There's something wrong there. There's something wrong there. Somebody's fucking brainwashed. We are one. Now, whoever hears this and like rolled their eyes about this kind of thing, like the conversation of oneness, um, I have to tell you that your narcissist and or the reptilian side of the occupation here, what can occupy really easy, fear, uh, is allergic to all this kind of play, especially if it's highly creative. AI didn't do it for them. That's one thing you could say. Oh, if AI didn't do it for you and you created it, they're allergic to that now. They're allergic to the truth. They're allergic to originality. They're allergic. They are literally like frightened. They are feeling so much more secure if they can just get rid of the old poetry that said, oh, something like actions speak louder than words, or um, just all of the ancient, actually, it's timeless sayings, timeless poetry that when you read it, and if you have any bit of real intelligence yourself, see, they don't have any real intelligence. There is nobody home there. They're an occupation, babe. What I'm saying is that they are occupied with the enemy. And when you're with them, you just say it. And see, you won't notice it if you're making money, right? And you're working with them all day, but no. No, yeah, you will. You don't like that job because 8 hours a day, fucking 5 days a week, it is a perfect waste of time. You are being distracted there. From what, Shauna? From your chances of knowing what it is to become human. You're being influenced by something that, in fact, is jealous of your fucking humanity across the board. Watch out.